Your mind is cluttered with 10 different thoughts you don't even care about. You think about making money from your business, building your dream physique, having a morning routine, whilst you're drinking the poison from overstimulation and countless scrolling that makes you weak and lazy. And this is what most people miss. They are in the state of stagnation and not making progress because they think they're disciplined. They just do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So over the past 6 months, I've been experimenting with hundreds of productivity tips that people think will make them $1 billion in a week. So I know what works and I want to share the results with you. Discipline is not about doing the same repetitive thing for long periods of time. It's truly how you narrow your focus on a specific domain of life that you want to improve. That's why you can't balance between discipline of smoking cigarettes and going to the gym, as well as scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, while you want to focus on your work instead. So now let's dive into the video. You need to look around and see your environment. When you see people around you, your friends, your family, your boss, they are all bots. But you have self-awareness to improve your life so that you can be disciplined and your work will improve and you will make more money in the future. When we're talking about work, most people operate on the same script. They clock in at 9, lunch at 12, and clock out at 5. That's what they're doing Monday to Friday and spending Saturday and Sunday thinking that they have freedom. And this is what you see in society. So before you think about how you can build discipline, you need to realize that everyone is disciplined. Most people are working 9-to-5 jobs and they are so disciplined with it for decades. Do you think that people are disciplined because they follow the social script, because they do repetitive work and think that they're making progress and making money from it? The true discipline is making progress in every domain of your life, not just doing habits for years, but you can actually feel the difference between you and your old self. And this is what most people are not aware of, because most people are bots, and that is the truth. And I don't want you to be one of them. So it is hard to be disciplined if you don't aware of the habits you're doing. Your state of life right now is because of the accumulation of the habits and actions you did in the past. If you want to be disciplined, you need to do a habit load enough. It's not a month's journey and suddenly you become the fittest person in the gym. You need to build your fundamental knowledge at first. You're not aware that most people are bots and they operate on the social script. Because you're not a bot, you write your own script and write it yourself. To be disciplined, you need to think outside of your mind. The habits and actions you do every day matter more than the methods. And this is why you need to get out of your zone. You need to look out and see what most people are doing. You see, most people live in slow motion. They want to get rich, but most of them pick a career that makes them money enough to live paycheck to paycheck. You need to think on how you can stop all of your habits that don't make you become better as a human, and start to think on how you can find the habits that will improve your life in the future. I'm not saying that you need to read a book a week, work 80 hours a week, and do cold plunge every morning. Everyone is different and you need to experiment with it for the next 30 days. So here's the challenge. Pick one habit you want to master and do it consistently in 30 days. That's how you get out of your zone. So now, let's talk about how you can get out of rut. There's always been a season when you make the most progress and you feel like you're on the top of the mountain. And a season when you feel wasted and not making progress at all. And that is the truth you need to know. Whatever you're doing now, whether you're working normal job or working on your online business or you're trying to build a routine, you always find those times when you feel like you're at the peak of the productivity. You feel fulfilled and feel everything is okay. But that's the danger you need to be aware of. Because when you are at the peak progress of your life, it's easy to feel comfortable and months pass. You don't do what you used to do to be at the peak. And this is what most people call a rut. When you feel like you're not making progress, have low motivation, and don't know what to do, you experience rock bottom. So this is the only way to get out of rut. Write down all your routine from the time you wake up until you sleep. Make it specific every hour of your routine. Think about the future version of you who achieved the life and goals you have. Do you think he's doing this routine? What exactly is the routine he does the moment he wakes up? Because when time passes, we forget all the habits that bring us progress. We're so deep into the journey that we forget all of the strategies we had in the past. You need to be reminded of the things you need to accomplish. Do you think this version of you deserves that? What specifically do you need to do right now that will at least move you closer to that goal? Maybe it's stop watching content on social media and replacing that habit with self-improvement, or even starting your own business. Maybe it's starting to consistently do 4 hours of deep work every single day. Maybe it's going to the gym, lifting weights seriously. It's easy to get out of rut if you know what the reason is. So I want you to take the next 30 minutes, write down all of your bad habits and good habits, and also write down your routines and what you want to improve. And keep this in mind, you will experience ruts hundreds of times. It's how you get out of them that shapes the character that deserves the goals. Now, let's talk how to build your system. It's hard for you to do every habit and make progress on each of them. It's easy for you to just do one good habit and make progress on it every day. It's about where you focus on which domain of life you want to improve. You can't improve everything at once. Anything you will make progress, but you can improve on one specific thing in your life. Maybe it's your work, your fitness, or even your relationship. You need to build a system that you don't rely on your motivation or the emotional state you're currently feeling. This is how you can build your system. Choose one priority task that you want to improve each day. Make it specific. Like, I want to increase my work intensity by working fewer hours, but I'm still achieving the same results. Make it your priority for the day and forget about other things you want to do. Do it first thing in the morning and track your progress. Because if you want to improve your work, it doesn't make sense if the rest of the day you spend wasting time. You wake up, work, do maintenance tasks, and repeat. In the next 30 days, you focus on improving your work. Let's say you spend 6 hours creating content for your business. The question is, how can you reduce it to 4 hours? What tasks that you can delegate that don't bring more results? That's how you make improvements, by building the system. Your system should be specific and simple. Just focus on one thing you want to improve. You can do this for everything in your life, your diet, fitness, or studies. And keep this in mind. You can't improve everything at once, but you can laser focus on one specific thing, whether it's your work, health, or relationship. Now, let's talk about how to stop procrastinating. When we talk about work and productivity, we want to make it optimized and efficient. We spend hours every day working on something meaningful and expect to get results from it. We don't want to waste our energy and time on things we don't care about. And this is the problem with procrastination. It's not because you have an ADHD or low attention span. It's because you don't have a clear, exciting goal that makes you want to jump out of bed every morning. You procrastinate because your work is not fulfilling enough. It doesn't make your life better. So how can you make your work like $1 million task, something you wouldn't even think of procrastinating? And the answer is simple. Work on something that improves 3 areas of your life: health, wealth, and relationships. When you build a business and make money, you're improving your wealth. That wealth gives you more time to improve your health, both your physical and mental health, which boosts the quality of your relationships. So what should you do? Just work. So this is how to turn your work into $1 million task so you can stop procrastinating. Look at the potential of your market. How much money do the top people in your niche make? Now ask yourself, can I at least make 1% of what they make every month and still feel fulfilled by the work I do? If you're making content on social media, you know that top creators making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month by just posting content and solving problems. Now we can do the math. If a top creator makes, let's say, $100,000 per month, can you make $1,000 per month and still feel fulfilled by the value you're providing? If not, then find work where earning just 1% of the top players still brings you joy and purpose. Because you don't want to be the richest person in the room without making impact. You want both wealth and the impact you create. And with that drive, procrastination is impossible. You simply don't have time to waste. You've got work to do. And spending your time scrolling is far more expensive than using that time to create something valuable and impactful. You need to zoom out and see the bigger picture. That vision, your purpose, will actually fix your procrastination forever. It's not about productivity hacks. It's about how much you respect yourself and the work you do every single day. And always remember, the reason you procrastinate is not because you're lazy or unmotivated. It's because your work is not fulfilling enough and it doesn't excite you when you wake up. It's a waste of time if you just follow every single thing in this video. If you don't truly take action in your life and see progress in the next 6 months, you can close this video now and start taking action. You have deadlines and work you need to do. Stop watching another content to make you feel motivated before doing work. I've seen huge results in my work and fitness because I practice the principles in this video. When I want to make another content, I don't procrastinate because I build the system to work without procrastinating. Whenever I experience setbacks, I keep making progress because I know how I can get out of rut. If you close this video and put that information into action, I guarantee you'll make at least 1% progress today. If you want to make the progress faster, I made a one-on-one program where I teach you how to build focus so that productivity is not a problem and you can get your work done and 10x the results in the next 12 weeks. This is how Paulo and Sakaf, my students inside the program, has transformed their life forever. As a byproduct, they start making money from their online business. Click the first link in the description below. Grab my $1 ebook where I share you my 10 learning lessons over the past 7 years of starting an online business as well as self-improvement. Link in the description below and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.